being pushed downstairs or being chased through a parking lot with a car, being cussed out on my way to seminary, my binder knocked out of my hands all the time.
Sarah Morrison says her parents had no idea what she was going through every day at school.
At one point in middle school, someone had taken my pictures from a vacation I took, and the page was called "This Fat Whale Needs to Die," and people were liking it and supporting the page, and it was my photo as the front cover.
She turned to cutting to deal with the pain.
I feel like kids have these internal frustrations that they don't know how to deal with, or they don't see a light, and so they take out their frustrations and stress on themselves to kind of to ease the mental pain and put it into a physical pain.
Her road to recovery began the day she finally asked her parents for help, and their support changed everything.
Parents, I think it's very, very important that you don't make your child feel ashamed about talking to them about it, or have a knee-jerk reaction if they say it to you or admit it to you or come to you first about it. It's really important to have an open heart and an open mind about it, or else they're not going to feel safe coming to you with things that they're struggling with, especially self-harm, because it is so taboo and it feels shameful.
After talking to her parents, Sarah switched to online school and began journaling her feelings, from the good to the bad.
Obviously, bad days and stuff would look a little more colorful or crazy like this. And it's kind of cool to be able to look back on this type of stuff and see where I've come and how far I've come.
It's been a long and difficult journey, but Sarah continues to move forward.
My graduation was a huge milestone for me. I thought I would have killed myself before I would have made it that far. And that's kind of sad and scary to say, but it's true. So know that there's a future, there's a light, you can do it, because if I can do it, anybody can.
Stories of self-harm are all too common. A recent study by the CDC found that emergency room visits for non-deadly, self-inflicted injuries have surged in recent years among girls and young women. Suicide is also the third leading cause of death in young people between the ages of 10 and 24. Sarah and mental health experts say if you notice any drastic changes in mood, weight, or clothing, such as stacking bracelets to hide scars or wearing longer sleeves in warmer months, it's time to have a conversation with your child.
And I can't tell you how many families have come to me, and it's 6 months or a year or 2 years later from the first time it was found out. And to me, it's shocking and horrifying if nothing was ever really done about it.
Dr. Stephen Hill says the next step is talking to a professional.
It's your job as parents to make sure that if something that big is happening, that therapy starts to be in the picture.
Extra support can be that push a child needs to make a positive change. For Sarah, that person was her aunt.
And on my wrist, this hand, I have hope that's what she'd always tell me, is to hold on, pain ends.
And Sarah says it's important to remind your child of just that.
Because if they don't have anyone to come to and kind of let out the stress, then they're going to either take it out on themselves or it'll just be too late.